Good morning, everyone. I am recording this on December 23rd, and I want to say hi to everybody. It's been a little bit, but I wanted to send out this short video based on some of the lovely negative comments I get, and as you know, I love those. So here goes. As most of you know, I live in Hollywood, Florida, which is nestled between Fort Lauderdale and Miami, a relatively busy market. For the last 6 weeks, my wife and I have been in Daytona on some family business, so much so that we've taken an apartment for 7 months. So this video is an attempt to just disprove some of the negative comments I get and hopefully show people that sound business translates anywhere. To describe the Daytona market as far as gig work goes, it is so small that there is no Lyft Black, there is no Uber Black, and there is no Uber Premier. It is about 250 miles directly north of Hollywood, Florida on the East Coast. So what you're looking at here is a reserved ride. You'll notice there is no more bonuses, and it's $37.64 for 44 miles. That address that I'm going to is Sanford Orlando International Airport. If you want to Google it, it could not be smaller. I think there's one major airline in there, and that's called Allegiant. So, looking at the ride, you would see 44 miles for $37.64. Not the greatest ride. But again, sound business and being smart, there is no substitute for that. So just remember $37.64, 44 miles. Probably about 92 cents a mile. As I am wont to do, I know where the hot spots are already in Daytona. And by the way, it's a regular Lyft. It's not Black. They don't offer that here, and it's not Lyft Comfort. So now we go to the next slide. So a little bit before the time that I was scheduled to pick up this person, look what I found. A 40% flash turbo. You can probably understand what the next slide's going to be. So I ended up making $67.07 for this ride, which now puts it at well over $1 a mile. For 50 minutes of work, $67.07. Picked up the passenger at 2:52 p.m., dropped them off at 3:42, and a $13.79 tip. Here's the passenger payment, $77.37. Forget about all the other bullcrap, and then just drop down to the turbo and the tip. So originally, they were taking $40 and paying me $37.64, which fits right into the 50 to 55% I say that they take. Knowing the area, getting a turbo got me $15.06, and because of my stellar service as usual, $13.79. Not a bad ride. Again, it's not because I live in Fort Lauderdale or Hollywood or that I drive for Lyft Black. Up here, there is no Lyft Black. I just comb the reservations looking for people going to airports, because no matter what car you drive, with the amount of money Lyft takes, it's an easy convert to a private client. Guess who's picking them up at the airport next week? I'll leave that for you to decide. Now to another quick topic. As you know, I bash Uber a lot, and they are such a despicable company. It's beyond the pale. Lyft, you might say Uber pays more, but there are so many other things about Lyft that make them preferential to me. And now I'm showing you, even in a small market, it's preferential. They just, from two bad companies in a bad business, they treat their drivers a lot better with the rewards they offer, with the filters in the app, and everything that they do. And they are way more transparent. Look how easy it is to see how much a passenger paid. You don't have to dig, it's right there after the ride. And there is profit to be made. So, next topic. Every once in a while, I'll put on Uber Eats when I have nothing to do, just to see if it's gotten any better or any worse. And it always confirms my worst suspicions. And this is how duplicitous Uber is. And this is something that should be brought up to the legislature. Not telling them what to pay us, but the way they do business. So I turn on this Uber Eats app and I take a trip. Now, this is how it comes up to me. Of course, it's $11.47 including tip. The duration is 36 minutes. The distance is 12 miles, about $1 a mile. But again, I wasn't really doing this for profit. I was doing this just to see if anything had changed. Keep this in mind real quick, because the next slide will prove what I've always said. This is how duplicitous Uber is, and it is shameful. And I would love to hear stories of how people make great money and great profit doing Uber Eats. And I would love to do screenshots, or see them, I should add, because I just don't believe it. Now, granted, this is just one order, but I'm sure it's typical of many. Now let's look at the breakdown. Look what they paid the driver, Uber that is, to drive 12 miles. But when you see the order, you don't see it like this. I would assume if you saw this order and it said fare $2 and tip $9.47, which is always subject to tip baiting, you probably would have turned it down. But how in the world does Uber, with any conscience, pay a driver $2 to drive 12 miles? Maybe this time in your comments you could explain this to me. I would advise my good friend Sergio and good friend Chris at the SMTMC to go on a crusade to encourage Uber Eats customers not to pre-tip. There is no way that this ride would have ever been picked up if it showed $2 in pay to drive 12 miles. I would encourage anyone talking to an Uber Eats customer to let them know not to pre-tip. This is just a joke. I don't see it in any other way. Now, here's the tip of the iceberg, the meat of the video. I live in Daytona right now for 7 months, and I'm going back and forth to Hollywood because I have a lot of private clients. I know I'm going to lose some of them, but family always comes first. That's just the way I am. And we're up here for family reasons, and that takes priority. My market is 75 miles from Orlando International Airport, MCO. Extremely busy airport, 90 miles from Jacksonville. From time to time, I'll get rides there. They're not great, but if you pick up a bonus, it makes it very profitable. Unfortunately, it takes you into two different areas. There's pricing for Daytona and there's pricing for Orlando. So now I just told you about that Uber Eats that I just showed you. That was in Daytona. And then I had a ride to Orlando Airport. So that was on Lyft. When I got there, on the way back, I turn on both of my apps and I set destination filters getting me home, and I will take any ride, even if it's 60 cents a mile, because I'm going home anyway. The money was already made on the initial ride. So I dropped the person off at Orlando. For those of you who don't know the area, there's one straight highway that'll take you back to Daytona. It's an interstate, 70 mile an hour speed limit. I'm on the interstate, my Lyft app is on set to destination, and as I'm driving, I set my Uber app to destination. So it asked me to take a photo. Well, I'm going 70 miles an hour on the highway. I'm not going to pull over to take a photo, so I didn't put on the Uber app. No sooner did I get back to Daytona and try to turn on my Uber app than I got this wonderful message from a company that doesn't give a shit whether they employ illegals, but a 10-year driver with a high rating, a high acceptance rate, a low cancellation rate, who used to be Diamond, but doesn't drive nearly enough on Uber anymore, gets this wonderful message. Account sharing. We detected activity that may indicate that someone else was using your account on December 20th. To help make sure only you can pass identity checks, you're required to take photos with the device you use for trips within a few minutes of receiving the request. So my account was already flagged for possible sharing it, just because when they asked me to take a photo, I was doing 70 miles an hour on the highway, and on their app, you can't take a photo while you're moving. I was not going to pull off the road. So this is what you have to go through. Now, mind you, who in God's green earth would share an app with anyone that's paying $2 to deliver a 12-mile dinner order or lunch order? These people are insane. They do not care about you. They do not care about the customer. They only care about green. Please keep the comments coming, especially the negative ones. I hope you all have a very great holiday season, and I'll talk to you soon.